First of all, a very good afternoon to all of you. My name is Himanshu Ranjan Das and my co-author is Subhasi Arya. The topic of my poster presentation is design of a SI-based cross-slot waveguide. So in our paper, we have designed a silicon-based cross-slot waveguide. So in a cross-slot waveguide, the signal propagates to the slotted region, that is a lower index region, as compared to higher index region. And this is due to the discontinuity in the electric field at high refractive index contrast interfaces as compared to other devices like optical modulators, ring resonators, or directional couplers, where the signal travels through the core of the waveguide, which is having a high refractive index. Now coming to figure 1, figure 1 shows the cross-sectional view of the slotted region, or we can say the cross-sectional view of the slot waveguide, where the blue part indicates the silicon waveguide, which is covered by the yellow part, which is the cladding and which is made up of silica layer. Here, W1, W2, W3, and W4 are the width of the waveguides, which is equal to 220 nanometer. And H1, H2, H3, H4 are the height of the waveguides, which is equals to 220 nanometer. And G1 and G2 are the vertical and the horizontal gap between the silicon waveguides, where G1 is equals to 50 nanometer and G2 equals to 100 nanometer. Now coming to results and discussion. Here, figure 2A shows the intensity of the guided mode inside the slotted region of the waveguide. Here, figure 2A shows the TE mode of propagation, and figure 2B shows the TE mode propagation along the length of the waveguide, where L is the length of the waveguide and L is equal to 4 micrometer. And figure 2C shows the TM mode of propagation inside the slotted region of the waveguide. And figure 2D, here it shows the loss incurred by the device over the wavelength ranging from 1500 nanometer to 1580 nanometer. So we have used 1550 nanometer as the application wavelength because 1550 nanometer is the low loss optical wavelength, and at 1550 nanometer we observed a loss of 0.062 dB per centimeter. Now coming to figure 3 shows the effect of change in waveguide widths on the loss incurred by the device over the wavelength ranging from 1500 nanometer to 1580 nanometer. So basically it is showing that whenever the waveguide width, that is W2, changes, then what is the loss incurred by the device. So for different waveguide widths for 200 nanometer, 250 nanometer, 350 nanometer, 400 nanometer, the loss incurred by the device is calculated over the entire wavelength range from 1500 to 1580 nanometer. Similarly, the effect of change in height H2 for the waveguide on the loss of the device over the entire wavelength range from 1500 to 1580 nanometer is shown in figure 4. So here we can see that a maximum loss was observed for 300 nanometer waveguide height at around 1520 nanometer wavelength. And for the rest of the waveguide heights, that is 200, 250, 350, and 400 nanometer, the loss is almost same over the entire wavelength range. So at last, we can conclude that a cross-slot waveguide is designed with 220 nanometer as a width and the height of the SI waveguides, and a finite element method tool is used to calculate the output. Also, a loss of 0.062 dB per centimeter is observed at 1550 nanometer application wavelength. So in this work, we'd like to acknowledge and thank the Department of Science and Technology, Science and Engineering Research Board, DSC SERP India. And these are my references. So thank you very much.